Is this thing on? Opacity. Oh yeah, I gotta enable the scroll bars. Okay, let's see if this is coming up okay. If so, I'm going to go live with it. It's coming up good. See, I just switched this to live. Let's see if it actually goes live. I see something. Looks like there's 10 views. Could those be actual viewers? Could somebody be out there? Now, let's see. If someone leaves a comment in the live chat, I think I might be able to see it. Oh my gosh, Klaus. And I'm listening to myself. Hello, Klaus. Wow, I actually see it. Let me take my headphones out because it's so I don't have to talk to myself. I'm hearing myself. Hello, Klaus. Can you hear me? Get rid of this window thing right here. There we go. So that's not in the way. That should make the little window there in the upper right disappear. You can hear me loud and clear. Wow, that's amazing. Well, Klaus, congratulations. You're the first person to join me on what is basically my very first encoded broadcast. So this is different than live stream. This actually took me a long time to figure this out. Now there, it just disappeared. So now I don't see your comment showing up down below there, though. Well, you know why? Maybe I need to get rid of that. Oh, there it is. It just showed through. Let me get rid of that scroll bar there. So let me click on this and disable the scroll bar. That should make the scroll bar disappear. Good. Hey there. Hi there. Sephiroth? I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Hello, welcome. Welcome to my live stream, my encoded live stream. So if you guys are curious, I'll probably say, oh, hello, Brittany. Hello, well, there's 3 of you. How exciting. 5 people watching right now. This is really exciting. I feel rather self-conscious. I didn't know this would actually work. From Final Fantasy VII. Oh, is that the name of a character? I'm sorry, I'm not a gamer. Is that a name of a character in Final Fantasy? Perhaps. You'll have to excuse me. I don't know much about that world. Hello, Brittany. Oh, hello. Great. Well, I'm seeing the delay. This is interesting. I'm watching it on the screen here, and I'm seeing the live chat coming in, and then it's showing up a little bit later on the screen. I'm very well, Klaus, and thank you. How are you? I'm really doing well. Yeah. Haha, your videos are good. Thank you very much. Well, first, let me apologize to my wife and my dog who are sitting right next to me, because I don't think I took them by surprise. Yumiko and Ollie, I'm sorry. Suddenly, I'm going to be noisy. That's all right. Thank you very much. Now I have to train myself to watch one comment stream or the other, because otherwise I'll end up answering everything twice or responding to everything twice. So what's the best way to do this? Maybe I should be watching. This is probably the best way to do it. I'm watching now on the control panel for the encoder, and that way I'm not going to see double things. So what basically this is oh yeah, Happy New Year to you. It's almost 12 a.m. Let's see, now you must be, it's 3 hours ahead. I'm guessing you're on the East Coast. Brittany, you must be over on the East Coast somewhere, in Eastern time zone. Is that right? Because it's 9:56 here. Wow, it's real close to you, just 4 minutes away. That's great. So what this is, well, let me ask you all, are you able to see, this screen looks kind of fancy, right? I mean, you can see a background picture, subject to flooding. I should be appearing in a little screen up on the left. You should see can you see the comments on the screen as well? If someone could just let me know if they're seeing that. Oh, you are. Wow. Now, here's something. I'm going to pop on a little PowerPoint now. Click that on, and the PowerPoint should, whoops, wrong one. The PowerPoint should show up in just a second. You'll see first a little window there, and then the PowerPoint, and then it'll go full screen. And then I can begin scrolling through the PowerPoint, and you guys should be able to see that. What's good in the, oh, Avery, hello Avery. Oh, I can see it myself. Yeah, it looks like it is showing through. Good. Let me come back over here. What's good in the hood, Softy? Well, thank you, Klaus. I appreciate you letting me know. Okay. What's good in the hood is it was a really good day. Emily, our daughter, is over in Japan right now. And so my wife and I she's been gone exactly a week. So my wife and I, Yumiko and I, have been kind of getting used to a little taste of what empty nest will be like when Emily goes off to college in a couple of years. So last week was a little tough. We dropped her off at the airport on a Saturday, sent her off to fly over to Japan by herself. Sunday was a little bit tricky. And yes, Klaus, thank you for letting me know you can't read it because you're not full screen. I kind of it's noted that I had it up on my computer here, but then when I turned to the smaller screen, it certainly wasn't legible. So probably what I'll end up doing is I can actually do the presentation in a separate, yeah, oh, so that the quality is 360p, huh? So it's hard to see. Is it, okay. Oh, I see. Does that mean that when in the larger screen, is the resolution bad? I'm looking at it on my phone screen right there. The resolution looks pretty good, but that would make sense. I'm using a free encoder, so maybe that's one of the drawbacks to that. Let me try something here real quick. What if I were to do this? Scene 2. So I'm going to go over to another scene. I'm going to add and this may kill my machine because I'm going to screen capture. So it's all going black now, right? So I'm going to add a screen capture for the whole darn thing. And I wonder if this will show up for you guys. Oh, but it's showing up small, huh? Oh, I can make it big though. Let's see. Maybe I can make it big. Let's see. But I'm not seeing any content in there. It's just a white box, huh? With a mouse zipping around inside. You know what? Hold on. There it goes away, and then it comes back. And then I can switch back to scene 1. Oh, but I lost you guys. Oh, there you are. Oh, look at that. It refreshed that. Which means I lost. Is it going to come back where it should come back? Let's see what happens here. I can't see any comments right now because, as you can see, the comments box has gone away. Let's see if I can get in there. I have to go back and re-enable the scroll bar. And there's the scroll bar. There we are, there we are, there we are, there we are. Oh well, this says I'm live right now. Oh, there's the Chainsmokers. One of my favorites. If you guys are, well, while I'm doing this, I just love the new music. It's one of the best things about coming back to America was discovering the new music that's being made. Okay, there it goes. I see the video coming back up. That means the chat should be done. There it is. There it is. Well, there you guys are. Are you okay? Good. So I can start to see comments again. Let me get rid of the get this in position. Little, and then get rid of the scroll bar. Disable the scroll bar. Do you realize how long it took me to figure this out? Are you using OBS? I'm afraid I don't know what that is. What does that? Is that an encoder? Is that the name of an encoder, Avery? Let's see, why is that not showing up? Oh, is that saying because so I'll just leave it like that for a second. Okay, there. So if you let me know what OBS is, I can tell you what I am using. I'm using something called, oh goodness. No, or maybe it'll tell me. I see the icon there, but let's see. This is XSplit Broadcaster. Thoughts, ideas, and what? Yes, hello, hi. Yes, I am live. So close yet so far. Where are you? I'm in Irvine, California. So that's the encoder that I'm using, and this is a whole new world for me. Oh, open broadcast software, yes. So I live up in you live in San Diego, now up in the Bay Area. Okay, very good. It's what all the live streamers use. Okay, yes, that's what I'm using. So what happened was I originally started the YouTube Live thing, and I realized I couldn't do what I wanted to do, which was because what I have in mind is I want to do a broadcast like this, and I want to show a PowerPoint presentation and go over some ideas while I'm doing it. So I was struggling to find a way to do that, and that led me to, oh, you're on air, Yumiko. You're on air. We all saw you for a second. Oh, there you go. And so that led me to trying to figure things out. And then I read somewhere that I could do that if I could get the YouTube Live to work. Or not YouTube Live, we know what it is. It's the different thing. But it required an encoder. And I went through the YouTube pages to try and help pages to try and figure that out. And what a complicated mess. It really took me all of this week in my spare time kind of trying to figure it out. And at last I finally figured it out. And now I can do this like all the cool kids, right? So this seems like what all the cool people, Nevada NVMN. What does that stand for? That's not Nevada Mines. Long time no see, bud. I'm sorry, I don't recognize the NVMN. Happy New Year, everyone. Hello, Queen Booker. There's a name I certainly recommend. I recognize some of your names for sure. I apologize, NVMN. I don't recognize that particular one. Were you known by a different alias before? Not sure. So anyway, that's what led me to this. So now I've given this a try, and what do you know? You can really do a lot of stuff with this. Let's see, for example, I can change this layout of this thing. Hold on, let's switch that to that, and let's make the effects a little bit different. Let's see, what'll that do? Oh, see that kind of round? See, I'm rounding the edges around my thingy. Hello, Klaus. Happy New Year to you as well. And NVMM, I feel bad that I don't recognize. It's just one of those things. Sorry. Let's see. I can do the opacity too. Let's see if this will change. That doesn't seem to change it. I'm changing the opacity of the screen there. What does this do if I do the shadow? Oh wow! Hey, that's bigger all of a sudden. Oh, I get it. It like compensates the shadow for that. See, now I was watching, do you guys know TKO Sam? He's just got this all figured out. I was really impressed, and it was only this week that I started to realize that he was doing exactly in very masterful of this very thing that I wanted to do. And boy, is he good at it. So let's see. I'm going to go back over here real quick. And come back over here. Well, let's see. So let's see if you guys want to stick with me. I'm actually doing some experimenting, so this is kind of a test run. Feel free to, if you have any questions or anything, go ahead and shoot them at me. I'll be happy to try and answer. I'm going to try again to bring up the PowerPoint. You know what I'll do? Let me bring up the PowerPoint in a bigger window. Let me move me down here, maybe. That's good. That's better. Hate to cover up my motorcycle, but sometimes it can't be helped. I'll move me down there, and I'll re-enable the PowerPoint window. How can I do this? So is the Earth flat? You know, and you're referring to, of course, the Mad Mike and Pioneer Pat. I keep wanting to call him Pioneer Pete, which, if you grew up in the 70s and the 80s in America, you might know that Pioneer Pete was I think a chicken thing. Oh, you know, yeah. So, you know, those guys were really nice guys. They were. The flat earth thing, they're not, I'm pretty sure they're not flat earthers. They just did this in order for the publicity. And it's strange, because when I say that, it sounds kind of disingenuous, but I really think that they're decent guys. Patrick Duffer, do you plan to do more of these live chats, and did you do anything fun for the New Year's Eve hangout with the family? Yes, in fact, I do plan to do these regularly. My plan is, in fact, to do one every Sunday morning. Get up early before my family, sit here in my little chair, and do this for about an hour every Sunday. And let's see, I'll get rid of this in the meantime. And as for what I did with the family, I basically, Emily's in Japan right now. She's in Japan with her relatives. So it's just Yumiko and I. We had a fun day today. Yumiko and I we got up and we went out to breakfast. We went to a really good, actually a French restaurant. No, that was yesterday. Yesterday we went to a French restaurant for breakfast. It was really good and decent prices. This morning we had breakfast here, but there's a new Starbucks across the street. So we went across the street for Starbucks, and then we drove down to LA to to Van Nuys, actually, to a furniture, a hotel furniture. They get old furniture from hotels and resell it, and we went there and we had a blast. They had just a huge quantity of stuff from the Beverly Hills Hotel, all kinds of great old stuff. Flatware, tableware, furniture, all kinds of stuff. We didn't get anything, but it was fun. And then we went. Oh, pardon me. I sneezed right on the mic. And then we went out to lunch at a so-so place. We went over by the. We went over to Toluca Lake, which is right next to the MGM studios, and where they shoot Ellen and stuff like that. And we went to a restaurant called Puffs or Pete's or something like that. So-so. You know, it was one of these places that, you know, back in the 50s or something like that, you know, in the heyday of the Hollywood, it was really good, but it's kind of lost its edge. So we weren't so impressed. And then we came home, and then we went out. We had Toshikoshi Soba at the soba restaurant where our daughter works. But it was really weird being there without our daughter because she's overseas. So let's see. Now if I do this, and then I bring this over here, and then I can barely peek peeking under it. And then I'll put that there. And I can still see the comments kind of. I've got to figure this out. And then I'll switch over here. No, not that. Not that. And then F5 to make that big screen. Let's see what happens. That should show up the PowerPoint there. It should go to full screen. And there we go. Yes! And what I wanted to do was I wanted to put, let's see how that, now it's still going to be small. Now I can remedy this in the PowerPoint, right? I can just, you know, make the fonts a little bigger. So I'll go to the contents now, and you'll see that these are very small. That's too small. But I can just redo the PowerPoint. But you know what I wanted to do? There we go, that's way small. What I wanted to do in the live stream was, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's add some text. And there it is. Ah, well, there it is. What the heck? Oh, there's all kinds of stuff on the screen. And it showed up right over me. Okay, let's move this. And I'm going to change that from title text to the good life. Now, I have struggled with this before. It's a little hard to let's see if I close that. Oh, that kills it. Let me try that again. So add. Thoughts, ideas, and what? My daughter is in Japan too. She's 3, so mom took her to celebrate Shichiko-san. Oh, hey, you know, do it whenever you can. How sweet! Oh my gosh, 3! Wow, big event. So she's back there with the in-laws, huh? They're having I must be having a great time. Oh, and they're coming back. Oh, it's the 1st, so they're coming back right away, huh? Back home in a few hours. Oh, I'm sure they had a great time. My daughter was sending images, you know, with time with her family, and my wife and I were just, Yumiko and I were just so happy that she was able to go. I wish we had sent her the last couple of years, but as you know, it's very expensive to do. Here, let me change this. But that's congratulations. I'm glad your daughter could go there and experience that. Not the God life, the good life. Gotta get both O's in there. Now let's see if I can move this over here. Okay, come on. Come on. Why is that having such a hard time moving? Let's see. Well, I guess it just turned. Oh, no, it's past. I guess it's past midnight now, you know, on the East Coast. Congratulations, Happy New Year to you. Let's see. Distance. What happens if I do that? Oh no, that's just changing the font. Why won't it let me maneuver it around? I can scroll it. What will that do? Oh, look at that. That would be awfully annoying to keep that up. Oh, I know. I click on OK, and then I can move it. And look at this. This is going to be so annoying. it's going to just scroll the good life across the screen. Now can I get it to resize? I can. Look at that. It's working. Oh boy. I got to stop that scrolling though. Hold on, let me see how it looks when it comes through. Okay, let me see if I can kill the scroll. Effects. Effects. None. File. Transition. Layout. Color. Text. Oh, we'll go to the text box. There it is. None. Oh, it's a fade effect. Let's see what the fade effect does. Looks like that. It's kind of cut off, huh? I'm going to need a better computer. Something that can accommodate this. There we go. There we go. Now we got it to fit. Okay. Let's see now. We'll reposition me a little bit. Oh no, not the whole darn thing. Let's see. Now I wonder. Integrated webcam. So let's see. Oh, there we go. I can position the webcam a little bit. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, I don't need to be so big. Oh, there's my bike. Hi, bike. And reposition. I'm going to get this. I'm going to figure this out at last, one or the other. Oh, I like this. This is looking better, if I do say so myself. And I did. I could put me over the flooding thing. I like looking at my bike better than me. Let's see, a message. I know this is really stupid question, but do you ever get scared or nervous when you're out there on the desert by yourself? I know I get scared for you. That's a really good question. I don't know. Did you see the video I just uploaded today, just a couple of hours ago? It's actually called Anxiety. Hold on, Anxiety Catalyst. That's right. And it's talking precisely about that. And the answer is I do. I get very scared, actually. I've actually turned and run from places. And it's funny, because that rarely happened in Japan. It did happen sometimes. And the dangers in Japan were certainly more real and pressing. I'm going to move me up so I can see my bike. Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, the dangers in Japan were definitely more real with the bears and the boar, especially the boar, and the like, and the fact that I didn't have a GPS in Japan. Now I've got my GPS unit. Yeah. Please have a look at it. I just uploaded tonight, and actually read the description part. If you don't mind me saying so, read the description part, because the description actually describes in detail what I experienced. In that video, it actually captures that moment, but I saw it coming. Sometimes that fear takes me by surprise. Like when I first came back to America, I was by myself, and I would go out to the desert before my family came, and I found this place called I now call the Volcano Wilderness. And I'd gone up and hiked and up in this rugged canyon. And when I got up to the top, I came over the edge and looked over the edge, and there was this yawning. Oh, let me show you. Let me bring it up. There was this yawning landscape and this canyon. Well, let me just show you here. I can bring it up right now. Add. You guys, this is interesting. I wonder if this will actually show you. Wait, hold, it has to do it. You can't see what I'm doing in the background, but I'm going to pick another photo for the background. Here it is. It's coming up right now. Wow, this is so cool. I can actually do this, and it's going to here it comes. It's going to appear on your screen. These past few vids have been quite interesting and revealing. Thanks for sharing. Oh, you're very welcome. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's the Volcano Wilderness. Can you guys see it? Please let me know if it's showing up, because these are on these encoding thing. I haven't quite figured it all out. And that's really amazing that we can be talking about something. All right, yep. And I can actually bring it up because of this encoding software, and I can actually make it full screen. Now so onto the topic of scaring. I took this photo on that episode. I came over the top and I looked over the edge, and it had taken me hours to get to this point. And I looked over the edge and I saw this. And I know it doesn't come through in the photo, but this sight scared the crap out of me. I didn't expect this dark black volcanic landscape with this incredible canyon snaking its way up into a blackened labyrinth of who knows what. And when I saw this, I kind of went a little nuts, and I didn't continue. I actually turned around and left. Now, after that, I went back to this place. I've been back here 3 times now, and 2 times I've been up inside that canyon, and I've made it all the way to the other side. This is a big volcanic. It's a big from the volcano, probably about 30,000 years ago. It came out, and in this, you can see the waters have cut this channel out. So sorry, no NHK Song Festival. No, we didn't do that. So I think I know what you're talking about. The New Year's Eve thing, didn't do that. And the thing was, I was asking Yumiko earlier, how do you feel about being, is my microphone okay? How do you feel? How you doing? Because in the past, before we moved to Japan, when we were younger, sometimes she would get a little, emotional, a little sad, because New Year's is such an important thing in Japan, and we don't really celebrate it the same way at all here. And she seems to be okay. Maybe it's just that she and I have grown older, and it's not that we're less sentimental for those things, but maybe we're just more resigned to whatever we got, whatever circumstance we've got, and we're easier to please, perhaps. So yeah, so that was that. And as for the comment about the recent videos, I plan to keep that up. So my resolution for 2018 for my YouTube life is a video a day. Although I'm not going to talk about that very much, because the videos aren't going to be, well, I don't know, maybe. So they're just going to be this format I have right now. Instead of going out, and when I go out to the wilderness, and usually I'll spend 2 days hiking, and I'll come back with 25 or 30 clips, and usually I'll edit those clips all together into one big hour-long video. My thoughts this time are to upload them in the clips that they are. So if there's 25 or 30 of them, 25 or 30 individual videos, and at the end of each video there's a little segue thing that says up next, or what's coming next, and then leading to the next. I thought it would be kind of a funner way, a more iterative process of sharing. I'm also back on Facebook, although I'm back in a very different way. I'm not back in a personal way. I'm not really sharing about my personal life anymore. It's more sharing the videos, and just kind of leave it at that. Let's see, Klaus, is there any items that you bring with you on your adventures that aren't so important to surviving and more just to make you feel safe and sane? Yeah, there's 2 things that I take with me. I want to. How do I do this without being too long-winded? Because this is a heavy one. Klaus, that's a really good question, and something I'll probably wind up talking about in a video. Believe it or not, I get really lonely out there, and it's the only place I get lonely. Hold on, let me just check this. For your instance, there seems to be a 30-second to 1 minute lag between my post and seeing it show up on your end. Yeah, I think that's about right. That's why I'm trying to focus on the one on the screen here, so I'm seeing it when it shows up. So apologize if I'm late in responding after you click the send. And back on the, and thank you for pointing that out. Back on to Klaus's question, I get really lonely out there, and it's a deep. It's like I don't normally feel very lonely. Even even when my family was overseas, I missed them, but it wasn't an aching, lonely type of a thing. But as soon as I get into the wilderness, I desperately miss my wife and daughter, and I really miss the connection, and it actually will have the effect of drawing me out. There's been lots of times I've left the wilderness early. In fact, my wife and daughter have kind of a running joke in the past there where I would say I'm going to go out, and I'd show I would come back in a couple of hours. I just couldn't get up to it, and I don't know exactly what that is. And I think it has something to do with being in the wilderness and being disconnected, and this thing that I call the great indifference, which is basically the emptiness out there, that the lack of caring, the great void of the universe, the cold shoulder, the stony nature of nature, and sensing that and encountering it. So I have two things that I bring with me. One is my iPhone, which sometimes is connected, but even after I lose connection, I have photos and stuff like that I like to look at. And then two, I have a little, you guys know from the Japanese, my Japanese time, the omamori, the Japanese luck charms, but it was one that was made for me by my daughter. She made it for me and gave it to me in Japan to take out on my hiking to keep me lucky. So I keep that in my backpack as well. I'll look at that sometimes. Thoughts, ideas, and what? I like the new format. The new format. Thank you. I'm glad you do. It's far more structured than anything I've ever done, and it's actually got an upload strategy. You'll be seeing uploads daily. Officially it's weekly, but I've got lots of videos, so I'm going to do it daily. Hey, I want a question for you guys. You're the perfect people to ask, because you know me from before. I know what you mean. Since my 6 children have grown and gone, I really feel so lonely sometimes. Oh, don't Queen Booker. Yumiko and I haven't really touched upon that yet, but we're just getting the sense for what it's going to be like when our daughter grows up and goes away. She's a junior in high school now, and wow! Oh, I hear people going woo woo woo. I can just imagine what that's like, and I feel for you. 6 children! Wow, you're a pro. Well, you must certainly. I'm gonna have to ask you for some tips. Happy New Year, Kurt. Almost 1:30 a.m. here in North Carolina, and headed to bed. But I wanted to say hello. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate it. Wow, staying up late, wonderful. And have a great New Year. And drop by again. I'll be doing this on Sundays from this point forward, Sunday mornings. Been watching. I haven't figured out what time yet. Probably about 6 a.m. Pacific time. So I guess that'd be about 9 if you're free. I've been watching Patrick Duffer. Hello, Patrick. Been watching your videos years. Yeah, I know your name. Have you ever heard of flow states? The first step is called struggle phase, like your anxiety catalyst. Haven't heard of flow states. No. Oh, you saw the anxiety, like the catalyst. Yeah. No, I don't know about that. I'll look into that. Flow states. Looking forward to it. Good night, my friend. Good night, Aaron. Take care. So whoever's left, for some few of the left, I'll throw a question out to you. I was off YouTube off Facebook for over a year, and that was a deliberate effort. I was trying to I felt like I was curating my life on social media, and I wasn't living my life. I was curating it, and so I took that time off, and a lot happened from that. I did a lot of productive things, and not to mention, really finding a more connected lifestyle in the here and now. There's an author named Stephen Kotler who wrote The Rise of Superhuman. My dog is visiting me. Come here, Dolly. You guys can meet Ollie. Oh, here's Ollie the dog. Can you say hi, Ollie? Hi. He came to sit in my lap. Oops, hope he's not on the mic. Here you go, buddy. Let me get you a cushion. Hold on. Oh, sorry, Ollie. There you go. Settle down right there, buddy. Okay. Thank you for about the rise of superhuman. It sounds a bit like remember the Superman? Which author was it that talked about the man and Superman? It sounds different, but kind of the same. Superman. Who was that? It wasn't. Was it Nietzsche? I can't remember. But there was, the man and Superman. I don't know, but it sounds like something similar. Maybe it's the same thing. Oh man, the 10 days away from my daughter. Yeah, I can just imagine 10 days, huh? It's only been 7 for me, and I've got my wife. So I can imagine if you've got them both gone. But hey, I can imagine. I spent 14 months without my family before they came and joined me. But my thoughts go out to your thoughts. My ideas go out to you and my feelings. I'm used to waking up and seeing her there, taking her to bed, the bath time. Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, there goes the dog. Guess he's had enough of me. Gonna go join Mama. But what do you guys think about this? I'm thinking, because I was off of social media for a year, I didn't, almost a year's worth of videos that I never shared on Facebook. And I'm thinking about doing what I did just mention before about breaking up because I published a lot of videos on YouTube over that year, breaking them up into smaller pieces and re-uploading them and sharing them on Facebook. And I'm wondering if it would be bad to share them again on YouTube, or if people are going to be upset. They're going to say, wait a minute, I saw this already. But it wouldn't be the whole video. It would be just the bits and pieces in this new style and format. Hello, Kenny Rains. Kenny Rains, you. Greetings from Ohio. Greetings from California. Welcome. It must be after this. I don't know. Is Ohio in the Eastern time zone or the? I can't remember. You're kind of. Are you? Where are you? Is it New Year's yet? I don't know. But I'd appreciate if any of you have any thoughts about that. Do you think that would go over poorly if I was to re-upload some of the last year's content in that newer, smaller format? Or would that be something that would be useful, or at least tolerated? I don't know. Oh, Whittier. All right, Whittier, you're close by. I'm here in Irvine. Cyclops 212. Thank you very much for the greetings. Yeah, we're almost there. I'm tempted. You know what? I might just do it. I'm tempted to go down across the street and get a beer, because they just opened a Marriott literally across the street. If I could throw a football or a baseball through that door, that wall behind me, I could hit the side of the Marriott. Beautiful Marriott, and they've got a little. It's like a little store in there, and you can get stuff. Whittier, next over, La Habra. Oh wow! So Maddie's in La Habra, and Cyclops is in Whittier, and I'm in Irvine. Wow. Well, hey, we're all locals. Well, at least those of us that are local. Some of us are from Ohio and elsewhere as well. And again, I'm sorry, there was the one individual who I couldn't quite remember, and they remembered me. That's a tough one, because I really do care about it. It may not seem like I don't, because I'm not very engaged anymore, and I don't make the types of videos that I used to. This may seem like I don't care, but I actually do. There's a question for you guys. Drinking in Newcastle now. I need a beer. I'm tempted to go over and do that. Now I wonder what would happen if I stopped this live stream, went across the street, got a beer, and started again. Of course, it would lose the whole atmosphere. That would be like trying to, I could be vulgar and say try to stop and restart sex, but I won't go there. Maybe stop and restart a party of some sort, right? Oh, I left the picture up. Let's see, I can get rid of that. So that was the answer to the question. This picture here was the answer to the question, do I get scared? I do get desperately scared, and especially in the last year. The places that I've been going to now, that I'm beginning to go to now, really freak me out, because they're way the heck out there. Because I have to drive 200 miles, ride 200 miles on my motorcycle to a ghost town. and then park and then hike, 4 hours through the night to make a base camp, and then go hike a full day or maybe more after that. The place that, oh my gosh, guys, the place that I'm planning to go next, I wonder if I can pull this off. Let's fire up Google Earth. Let's see if I can show you on Google Earth the place that I plan to go to next. So I'm firing up Google Earth now. What do you do? Go back over here. There we go. There we go. Let's make this full screen, or at least there, so I can see the comments. And let's bring in Google Earth. Let's see if this is going to work. Let me adjust that up a little bit. Oops, I see. Oh, big comment came through. Oh, I kind of missed what you said there. Hold on, Patrick. Or let's see if I can scroll over here. There it is. When doing what we love most, what we most love transforms us into the best possible version of ourselves, and that version hints at even greater future possibilities. The urge to explore those possibilities becomes feverish compulsion. Intrinsic motivation goes through the roof. Thus flow becomes an alternative path to mastery, sans the misery. Very poetic. Is that very well written? Oh, it's a quote. It's a very nice quote. Thank you for sharing that. See if I can. That deserves. I don't want to just brush past that. Hold on. When doing what we most love transforms us into the best possible version of ourselves. So something we love and transforms us into the best possible version of ourselves, and that version hints at even greater future possibilities. So then you become motivated. The urge to explore those possibilities becomes feverish compulsion. Yes, intrinsic motivation goes through the roof. Thus flow. I get it. I'm glad I came back for a second read. I get it. Very, very nice. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. Okay, let us bring up, here we go. So you guys might be able to see, but it's not big enough now. Hold on. Let me switch that back. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. Let's switch to there. But not that big. Let's switch to there, and then we bring up Google Earth. Now, Google Earth is on. That weird thing's going to go away, and it's going to bring up Google Earth. And scrolling down. So now I'm getting into the area. I live over here in Los Angeles, also near Whittier and La Habra. And if I can get here, I can camp here. This is the. But to get here is quite a trek. Click pin, and we'll place a pin right about. Yeah, Klaus, it's freezing for me too, and I think it's freezing because I had started Google Earth. Can someone give me a ping? Let me know if you can see me again. It looks like I'm coming back. So lesson learned. Lesson learned. No Google Earth with the this computer. So it looks like I can hear myself. So it looks like it's back. Let me see what it looks like over here. Let's see. What if I type? Can I type in and say hi? Hi. Yeah. Hey, I can type too. Let's see how long it would take for that to come back around. It's good for you now, Klaus. Good. All right, I'm good. It's funny, I can see that here, and I can see your comments immediately, but that's all disjointed, huh? Oh, there it is. Good. Okay, well, let's see. Well, I'm probably going to go ahead and stop here, and take the dog for a walk. He hasn't been out for a few hours, and I'm sure he needs to go to the bathroom. So I'll stop here for now. Thank you for all of you for joining me for this experiment. I'm going to be making a couple more experiments throughout the week. Maybe I'll pop in once in a while and do this kind of thing. Wonder if the Google Earth might work if I don't do all this extraneous stuff, just the Google Earth. Because that would be pretty cool to share the places that I go and that I'm planning to go with you all. Excuse me again. Otherwise, pardon me, sorry. Otherwise, did you know that dogs have flow states too? I didn't know that. Was that a pun, perhaps? The flow. I can imagine they could. When I take him out every night, I tell him this: we're gonna kill. Gets him all worked up. He thinks he's going into Wolverine mode, and he seems to get into a flow state of the heightened anxiousness and energy. And is that what you mean by flow states, perhaps? So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and kill some of these things. I'll kill the text, and I'll keep that up. The integrated webcam is still there, so I can kill that. Bring that back up. I can kill. Oh, see, you taught me, Patrick. I didn't know what flow states were. You showed me. I mean, and I was able to say it back. So that means that you actually helped me to understand something new, and I really do appreciate that. Don't be surprised if that doesn't show up in some of my videos, the reference to the flow states, because that happens to me out there, just like you were brought it up. Thank you, and thank you for all the vids. Really enjoyed them. You're very welcome. And look forward to more of these. I plan to kind of come. It's not so much come out of my shell. It's been a deliberate sequesterization of myself to focus on things. But I plan to do more stuff like this. Maybe a lot more lives and a lot more moto vlogging. But I like this interaction. Klaus, thank you. Have a good night, Kurt. It was an interesting stream. And again, Happy New Year. Thank you, and thank you, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream now. And I hope to see you all again in the next one, if you are able and free and interested in joining. Take care for now, and Happy New Year to everybody. Now, let's see how to turn this off. I think I know. Okay, good night, everybody.